Hiya there and welcome to Birmingham Ghost Hunters. What this episode is we're behind the scenes, and what we're doing is a location scout. This is a place in Earlswood. Is this St Patrick's Church in Earlswood? And the reason we're here today doing a location scout, lovely weather by the way, so that's the church, is because this is the place which got Jo into ghost hunting originally. When she was 8 years old, she saw a ghost come out of one of these, and we're here today to try and find it.
And I can't find it.
And we can't find it, but
I was 8 years old.
just enjoy the video. If you see anything, feel anything, but this isn't a ghost hunt as such. We have brought some equipment with us, but this, as I say, is just really a location. If we get a good feeling, we'll come back on the night time and we'll do a proper ghost hunt here. So anyone who's just interested in graveyards, like I believe Jane is, one of our supporters, this is a real, you know, old, historic country graveyard, not one of your big city centre ones. Some of the graves in here, you know, they'll go back 250 years. It's not a very big graveyard. So let me just catch up with Jo and then we'll see what you're doing.
I'm just telling Spirit to come forward and not to be afraid.
One thing, anyone watching this video, what's nice about doing a location, you know, in the daytime, coming and scouting it, which we should do more to be honest, is you guys can see exactly what it looks like. Right, I'm going to tell you what this is here, which is quite cool because I learned what this is recently.
Oh yeah.
See this gravestone here? 4th of January. So the plots aren't all full here. Still a few left here. Some of that could be cleared away there. Right, Joe's going to do a voice. What, you doing, a voice session? So obviously, yeah, the ones further down here, these ones are pretty modern. And as we go further back, the church there, they start in the 1800s. What's that, like a radio frequency?
Yeah. Good evening. My name's Joanne.
No, you could go down this one, couldn't we?
Could you please tell me what your name is?
Hey? Floss or gloss?
Is that floss? Is that floss?
So we got some much older ones. You know, headmasters here. That's a cool one.
Could you tell me your name clearly so I can find it in this graveyard?
Come and sit down, Pap. Is Mr. Summers here? Could you talk to us? Your gravestone is pretty cool.
Floss?
Did you get floss again?
Yeah.
Can anyone else hear a floss?
Is this graveyard haunted? It is.
Crazy, man.
I'm standing by a headstone that used to be a head teacher, Herbert John Summers. Can you hear me?
How sad that you was to still die while you were working as a headmaster. I just wanted to look at some of these. Frederick W. Hunt. That's a nice, I like that. Simple but nice.
Right, you stay there, I'll look at that and I'll just go and do an EVP.
Do you want me to record you on the EVP?
No, because I want it quiet a minute.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, Joe's just going to test an EVP somewhere else. I'm just going to scout round and show everyone.
That's an old grave.
Mm.
How much some graves in great condition, like white and they're like from the 80s?
Because they use a marble. You see this here?
Yeah.
This is a good stone. If it was cleaned and polished, it'd come up quite well.
Oh, that's good.
It depends what stone you use. Like this at the bottom here, looks like sandstone. So can you see how it's all weathered and pivoted in? The moss, what the moss does, right, on the gravestone. You see these here?
Yeah.
I like moss, I don't know, I never take it off. But if you was to remove all the moss which grows, which someone's done here, you're left with these impressions, because the moss grows into it. But what you should never do is remove all the moss.
Yeah, but it makes the thing look worse.
I don't know, I think it adds quite some nice character to it.
It just makes the hair look natural.
They do.
I want to do it. Give me a big piece of cloth. Do it. Thomas Hanker.
Mm. They're hard to read, these ones, aren't they? Yeah, 1881 this is.
You can normally tell the long because of the lighting.
Yes, I can't. 1868. That one is. 1868. So what's that? 250 years old, isn't it?
Not many graves like in the 70s.
Yeah. Okay, so Joe has found a tomb she originally seen a ghost come out of when she was 8. Let's check it out. Wow, she was a very old lady.
Well, I can hear you, but I can hear remembering.
This lady was called Dorothy Horton of Monk's Path. I didn't know Monk's Path existed back then. She died in 1878.
Right.
Aged, what's that say, 75 years old?
Yep.
That is interesting. Yeah, it's this one.
Look at that, Joe. How incredible. Right. Kathleen Horton, the 4th daughter, who died December the 22nd, 1893, in her 96th year. No, listen, so in 1893, when people were dying in their 60s, this lady lived till 96 in 1893. She must have been one of the oldest people alive back then. That's really, really old.
That's amazing.
And look, it gets better. She must have such a good bloodline. Charlotte Horton, 7th daughter, who died, she lived till 94. Fan of an iPhone, but this weather is really showing some stunning pictures today. I'm actually enjoying doing this in the light more than the dark ones we do.
This one's got little benches on it.
Now that's another thing. Tell Joe,
Dad, it's an
the leader of Birmingham Ghost Hunters, would you prefer nighttime ghost hunts? Daytime ghost hunts? What would you prefer? Because I'm actually enjoying this a lot more like this. But I understand, but in the night you get the witching hour and stuff like that.
Mate, Dad
But I believe if you're a spirit, you come any time of the day. That's my belief. But
Mate, Dad pooped himself at night time.
I don't get scared really, Dan. I've only been scared once, I suppose.
Dude, scared of me.
Oh, beautiful.
My name is Joanne. I came here as a child and I seen a ghost. Could you come forward and say hello? Could you speak through this device that's in my hand? I mean, you no harm at all. I am just here visiting. I would like to hear your name. If you could tell me your name now, that would be fantastic.